Hey everybody, I just wanted to create a little EDP video on the topic that I'm going to talk about is just my Canvas shell. And I know everybody uses Canvas completely different. I know there are some standards, that we use, some basic things, but I've been using these online platforms since we were using D2L back before Canvas, and then we switched to Canvas. And so I'm going to show you all some of the ways that I use it. These aren't particularly like any college standards that you have to follow, but I am going to show you all some of the ways that I do things, and y'all can show me things that you do as well. I'm always curious to see how different instructors use Canvas. I know there are people in my school that use Cengage and possibly some other book companies that it kind of takes over your Canvas for you, and you can set it up that way, and that's fine. But there are things that you can still do in Canvas, and I'm going to show you all how I go about organizing a class. I have found that it works really good for students. I make it as simple as I possibly can to where they do not have to go many places at all to find the work that they're doing. So I'm just going to run through that with you and show you how I do it. So let's get into it. So this is a class of mine, so I'm picking a class that I've actually got going on this semester. This one is pretty full of material, so I wanted to show you it. So when a student comes to my class, they see, so I'm going to go up to student view real quick and switch over, and here as well. Y'all should be able to see my screen. If you ever want to see how your students are seeing your class, go up here to student view at the top of your class. And when you click on student view, it's going to switch over and you'll see it exactly how they see it with inside of this magenta colored box here. It lets you see what they see. So if they're saying to you in class, well, I don't see it, whatever, go to the student view and see, okay? So when my students open up this class on Canvas, this is what is called a home page. And I am going to do an interactive EDP session with y'all where y'all can actually come to my lab and we'll work through going through a home page. And I can show you how to create a homepage. It's super easy to do. It's kind of what the college is wanting, kind of as our best practices, is to have a homepage or like a landing page of where it's kind of like a website. When you go to someone's website, you have that home screen. Some instructors go straight to the modules, and you might want to make it a little more interesting than that, and it, from the very beginning, that homepage organizes things for them, okay? So my students see this homepage, okay? It says, welcome to construction cost estimation. And I've gone on the internet, I've gotten I've searched for an image that I thought kind of, described an estimator a little bit, okay? And I have, these are different links. So I have these set up like links, okay? I will show you how to do that inside of the homepage EDP that I do. But just for purposes of this video, I'm going to show you, I have, it says welcome to cost estimating, and then it says click here to get started. So the student would click on that, and this is what they would go to. This is a document that I have typed up. I can give you this document if you want it to use. This is catered to my classes, so you'd have to revise this or type your own. But it says getting started, and it says welcome to class. This course is offered as an online course. This is a strictly online class, and it explains what that means. That means all classwork will be delivered and completed online through Canvas. There are no face-to-face meetings. The course material will open every Monday in the modules, and the due dates for the assignments will be Sunday by midnight. Please know that the assignment can be turned in anytime between Monday and Sunday. Sunday night is the last opportunity to turn in your assignment. Set a reminder in your phone, and do not rely on the to-do list in Canvas, because sometimes it's not reliable. And then it goes through getting started. What do they need to get started doing? Because they're seeing this the first day of class. So to get started, you need to click on the syllabus link on the home page. Excuse me. It says click on the syllabus link on the home page, and when we go back, I'll show you that in a second. And read it completely, because y'all remember, this is an online class. I'm not there in front of them reading my syllabus. Then click on the course calendar. Get familiar with that. You need to refer to this calendar often. So these are kind of like things that would be in your syllabus. It's kind of like these are instructions on how to proceed in my class. And then once you've read the documents listed, click on the modules link. Excuse me. This will take you to the modules page. And then it goes into set notifications. If there's any notifications that they feel necessary to set up in Canvas, they can customize that. And then I tell them, because this is the first day of class, complete week one activities. And it tells them what they need to do for week one. So they haven't even gone to the modules yet. That was just the getting started. Click here. That should say here. It says her. It's a typo. Click here to get started. Okay. So also on this home page, I have links that send them to the only places that they really need to be able to go in my class. The first thing being the syllabus. The syllabus brings them to that actual document. I have linked that document to that word right there. When they hover over that, I've created a link. Brings them to the syllabus. You have received an EDP invite for a syllabus EDP. But this goes through the syllabus. Okay, so they have that document. They can download it to their computer, but it's right there for them. Okay. I also use a calendar in my classes. So the calendar, I have a link to it. This is something they can refer to regularly. And this is the way I do it. It's just a document. In this class, you can see like my calendar here. I've kind of run out of things, but I've run out of calendar items. We haven't run out of work. But all of this has stretched into these final days. But this is I go week by week. So basically, each one of my modules I have here. Okay. So that is a calendar. You can do whatever kind of calendar you want. And then I have another link that sends them straight to the modules. So if they click on that, I've got access to it's because, and then I'm going to leave student view. Okay, so from the home page, now I can do it. Okay, so from the modules, I can click on that modules link, and it'll take me to my modules for that, for that course. Okay, so what this is doing, so from the home page, here's what I've done. I've eliminated, students don't have to, on the left-hand side on this navigation over here, my students don't have to go searching for the syllabus. They don't have to go search for the calendar inside of the files. They don't have to click on the modules tab to go to the modules, which then in turn, they don't have to click on assignments or pages or quizzes, or if I have them doing a discussion, they're not using this left-hand side navigation. I am sending them to those things right here from the home page. And I put everything in my modules. So inside of the modules, so when they get to my class, like every time they go to my Canvas site, they're more likely going to the modules tab. So they'll click on the modules tab, and I will show you, like, let's go to week 2. Week 2, the way that I do my modules is I break them down per week. So I have week 2 all the way down to week 12, 13, 14, 15, okay? I have some additional ones in there that I need to delete, but these are the only ones they're seeing, okay? So my modules, I have one per week, and everything they need to do in that week is there. So there's my week 2, okay? They don't have, so on every module, I do this in every class, I have what's called a page. This page, and I can show y'all how to create a page, but this page is just something they can click on. So this is the first thing in that module. When they click on this, it says week 2, January 23rd through 29th. When they click on it, this is what it tells them. It's something simple. It says for the first week of class, I need you to do the following things. Read the chapter 1 and 2 highlighted notes. Complete week 2 assignment. I have extended the due date for the assignment since I'm late posting it. Something happened, technology, those first few days. So I'm just telling them what they're going to be doing that week. Okay, that's setting up what we're going to do. Like at the beginning of the class, you're going to say, all right, this is what we're going to do today. Well, I'm doing that this way in Canvas because it's an online class, right? So I have that. So then I use what's called a header, a text header, so I can kind of categorize out my module into different things. I'll show y'all how you do that. A text header is you just go up to your plus sign up here and click on it, and you would scroll down to text header, and I can say, I don't know, EDP example. I'm just going to put that on there, okay? Add item. So what it does is it immediately throws it down to the bottom, and then you do have to publish it if you want to, for them to see it. But then you can, if you hover over the dots there, you can left click on that and move it and drop it wherever you want it to be, okay? So once you get your things in your module, you can change them around. So I am going to remove that because I don't need that, okay? But I have a text header that says like my lecture notes. So for this class, in this particular one, I have under lecture notes, I've got a PDF version of my notes, okay? And they can scroll through this and they can see my highlighted notes. And then a lot of times in my classes, I have an actual lecture video, a studio, so Canvas Studio. I will create a video of me reading the notes and elaborating on it just like I would in class. So I might have a PDF of the notes, then there also might be a video of me doing that same information, okay? It just kind of depends on what the information is, if I feel I need to do that or not. And then my headers can change from module to module. I just try to kind of give a heading for each category. So for this one, this was a cost estimating class, and this was like the first real week of work. It was week 2. So the week 2 under assignment, it's got, so I have the actual assignment, Canvas assignment link. So they would click on that. That's where they get their assignment. They're not clicking on the tab, the assignment tab over here on the side. They're right there in the module, they're clicking on it. And it says, to get your brain wrapped around how plans work again, we're going to relook at an old assignment from plans and document interpretation class. In your module, you are given a set of plans, and then it says, I'm giving them instructions on what they need to do for that assignment, okay? So that is the assignment. That's where they would actually submit their documents. Y'all should be familiar with that. So, and then, I told them in there are PDFs in there. These are the PDFs to that set of plans. So it looks like click on the foundation plan. So when they're working on that assignment, they have the drawings that they need in order to work on that assignment. Okay, so they've got all the PDFs. It's all right there in the module. They don't have to go searching for it. They don't have to, you won't get a message saying, I can't find, I clicked on the assignment tab and I don't see the assignment. It's all right here in the module, okay? So all of that week's work is there. They don't have to click on anything anywhere else. Week 3, same thing. Now remember, this is an online class. So I have week 3, and I give the date of that week. And they click on that, it tells them what we're going to do that week. Okay, there's no question on what we're doing that week. There it is. Okay. So let's see, so here's an example. So the lecture video for this was we did the concrete slab and footings takeoff. So they learned how to do estimate how much how many cubic yards of concrete were in a foundation. So this is an actual video, a Canvas Studio video that I created, where I can share my screen just like I'm doing with you right now. So when the student clicks on that, they will get that video pops up, okay? And they would be able to play that video and expand it to where they can see it. But they will watch my lecture video on how to do that particular estimating, and it shows them the mathematical calculations and all that good stuff, okay? So, let's go back. Okay, so, and then in that module, I've got, it says assignment, and then I've got the actual assignment link is there for them to submit their work. But then I also have a document there that they need to use for the assignment. And then I have concrete slab and footing takeoff assignment drawing. So there's a drawing that they need to use for the assignment. And then the tabulation sheet is, if they clicked on that one, they get a actual Word document that they can download to their computer. And then this is where they're going to put their answers. So I've created this. I've done this to make this easy on myself, to where I can open that document in SpeedGrader, which I'll show you in a second, and look at their answers very quick. Okay, so that is so that's that. So let's look at that real quick, since I just mentioned it. So that was an assignment, concrete slab. So when I click on the assignment, it tells them the instructions of what they need to do, okay? But then over on the right-hand side of here, if I click on SpeedGrader, I'm not sure if y'all use this or not, if you have assignments that are submitted in Canvas. But this is where their work is and where they would submit. So if you click on SpeedGrader, it will pull up your class list, and go to a different student here. Y'all are actually seeing the student's work, so if I violated anything, I'm sorry. But this is a student's work. This is their answers to that, and I can assign their grade right here. I can try to move this over. I can add any comments that I want to. I can attach a document that clarifies it a little more. I can do media comment, like I can record myself talking. I can, I can do other things. I can, and then submit those comments to them, because if I'm going to tell them something, then you got to hit submit. They can also, when they submit their assignment, you'll see any comments that they have given you too. Like sometimes I'll have a student submit an assignment and they'll alert me to something that kind of went wrong. Like, I submitted this, but it told me it was late, and it wasn't late. I turned it in within the time frame, and they can alert you to different things, and you'll get that notification. But you can go through as you're grading. You can click through the different people's work and assign their grades as you click through those different students. Okay, so that's that. So let's go back to modules. So I have, I've got a module set up like this for every week of class. Even if we're not doing anything new, I always have a module for the week, so that this goes along with the calendar. Most of the time, they don't really have to go look at the calendar. They can just look at the modules and see what we're doing and when it's due. You see, like this one, same thing. It's got that information page, okay? And I'll show you how you create a page. So if you're wanting to add just information, and you're not wanting to attach a document, you're just wanting to tell them something. It's not an announcement or anything like that. You're just wanting to put something in a module that they can read. You can use Pages. So Pages, you'll access it over on the navigation bar over here. When you click on Pages, you have to give it a title, okay? Or you got to go to View All Pages. So these are all of the pages that I use, and not all of them I use, but you can see the ones that are published currently. But if I wanted to put something in there, I can create a page. So I hit the page button. I have to give it a title. So I'm going to say EDP page example, okay? And then, I just want to tell y'all something. This is how you create a Canvas page, okay? So there's my document. Now you can set up for it to publish later. You can say who you want to publish it to, like only teachers or teachers and students, or anybody can see it. This allows, this is editing rights here, okay? So you would say what you wanted to say, okay? And then you can say save. Now you could also say save and publish, and it'll publish it for you. Move this back. Okay, so I have that's my little page right there, okay? So if I want to put it into a module, I go back to the module, and let's say I want to put it in this one right here, instructions for faculty. This is inside of my, I accidentally clicked out of the page, the class that I was in, y'all, I'm sorry. Let me see if I created that page in the right spot. I think I accidentally switched over to another. No, it's there. Okay, so I would go back to my modules. Okay. It keeps switching. Go to my. Okay, so if I wanted to dump that into this here, okay, into this module, I would go to this. I'll tell you what, let's go to this one. Module 1, course requirement. Well, let's do it in week 1, okay? This is the module I'm gonna put it in. I'm gonna hit the plus to add something. Instead of it doing an assignment or anything else, I'm gonna say page. And then I can scroll through and find the one that I just created, and it was called, what was it, EDP, yeah, EDP page example. And say add item, and there it is, it's inside of my module, and then I would have to publish it, okay? I'm not gonna publish it because this is actually in a class, so I'm gonna remove that, okay? So that's how to create a page. You can do all sorts of things in a page, and we will talk about, I'll do an EDP on pages, because there's a lot of things that you can do inside of a page. You can link things inside of a page as well, okay? But that's how the modules work, okay? You can see it goes all the way week 7, week 8, all of these different things. I'm constantly, giving them these information pages, telling them what's going to happen for the week. Okay. I also, so from the home page, let's talk about this too. I have my home page set up to where I have announcements that I give in class, and it's just, I just need you to know something, like I'm announcing. It could be something simple like, hey, class isn't going to meet this week, and I know this is an online class, but in a face-to-face class, I might be able to alert my students that, hey, something's come up, I can't meet class, I'll post some work for you to do, but you can use announcements, and hopefully y'all use announcements in your class so far. But on your home page, you can set it to where the home page shows the last 3 announcements for them to see, and you can change that to more or less. But I think college says best practices, you should at least have the last 3 announcements. Okay. So from the announcements here, let's see what else I want to show you. Since you have everything in your modules, there's no need for your students to go searching for things over here. Now, that's not saying that you don't want some things to be visible, because there are things that they just may want to access that way, okay? But all of these things, once you create something, like if I created a discussion, I can put that in my module. So everything you can just put in the module, okay? I do want to show you one more thing though. So inside of your modules, if I just wanted to add a document, like I've done here, if I just want to add a file, here's what you have to do. Okay, so first, over on your navigation tabs over here, you got to go to your files, and these would be your course files. So these are files that are inside of this course. Now, I'm not going to preach to you on how you should organize these. That's up to y'all. Try to have some sort of organization to it, but in order to post a file into one of your modules, you can't just do it off of the hard drive from your computer. You have to upload it into Canvas. So it has to be in Canvas before you can put it into your module. So, and that's how you would do that. So let's say in this particular class, I want to go upload a file of some sort. So I'm going to, let me just hit the upload, and then that lets me browse my computer, okay? So let me go find something from my estimated class, so I can go look through all of the things that I have, okay? And let's say that I want to, let me find something that I haven't actually. Okay, so here's just an image, okay? So I'm gonna upload that. So there's that file that I want to give them. I want to give them this image right here. So in the estimating class, they have to write a check with their business name to receive a set of plans to review for their final project. So that's a little something that they do. So in my module, if I want to just put that in a module somewhere, let's say I want to put it in this one right here, I would. So it's in Canvas now, so I can add it to my module. And I don't want assignments, and I don't want to, it's not a page, it's just a file. So I can access my files, and I would go in and look through this whole list of all the files I have, and I would say the blank check, I would highlight it, say add item. So now that would be in that module. If they clicked on it, they would then see the document that I put there for them. Okay, they can download it. Okay, they can do whatever they want with it. It's a file in there now. Okay, so from that module, I'm going to delete this, y'all, because I'm inside of an actual live class. Okay, so that is that's kind of in a nutshell how I use Canvas. Okay, what I encourage you to do is try to incorporate some of these things if you're not. The home page is something that is going to be my next EDP that I do with y'all, and I'm going to show you how to construct this because I actually do it a little bit different. Like next semester, I'm doing this a little different because I learned that for ADA purposes, the table that I've created doesn't jive well with ADA compliance. So I've learned how to do this the proper way. So I'm going to show you all that in the EDP. So look for that next EDP. Other than that, this video is currently, as we're at 32 minutes. I'm gonna encourage y'all to try to incorporate some of these things into your class and spend some time on this. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a call. My office numbers, my extension is 3928. You can message me through the Canvas shell for this class. You can also email me at brian.donegan@mgccc.edu. But if you have any questions, reach out, and I can actually, if you're over at West Harrison and you have a question, you can actually pull up WebEx and I could, you could show me your screen and I could show you how to do something, or share my screen with you to show you. Okay? So, I hope y'all have a good rest of your day, and I'll talk to y'all in the next video.